Good evening. Mahatma Gandhi is our today issue. Born October 2, 1869, India. Died January 13, 1948, Delhi, Indian lawyer, politician, social activist, and writer who became the leader of the nationalist movement against the British rule of India. As such, he came to be considered the father of his country. Gandhi is internationally esteemed for his doctrine of nonviolent protest to achieve political and social progress. In the eye of millions of his fellow Indians, Gandhi was the Mahatma great soul, the unthinking adoration of the huge crowds that gathered to see him all along the road of his truth made them severe ordeal. He could hardly work during the day or rest at night. Those of the Mahatmas he wrote are known only to the Mahatmas. His fame spread worldwide during his lifetime and only increased after his death. The name Mahatma Gandhi is now one of the most universally recognized on earth. Yes, Gandhi was the youngest child of his father, fourth wife. His father, Karmachand Gandhi, was the Dewan chief minister of Porbandar, the capital of a small principality in western India, in what's now Gujarat state under British suzerainty, did not have much in the way of a formal education. He was, however, an able administrator who knew how to steer his way between the captious princes, their long-suffering subject, and the headstrong British political affairs in power. Gandhi's mother, Putlibya, was completely absorbed in religion, did not care much for finance or jewelry, divided her time between her home and the temple, fasted frequently, and wore herself out in days and nights of nursing whenever there was sickness in the family. Mohammedans grew up in a home steeped in Vaishnavism, worship of the Hindu god Vishnu, with a strong tiger of Jainism, a morally rigorous Indian religion whose chief tenets are non-violence and the belief that everything in the universe is eternal. Thus he took for granted ahimsa, non-generate to all living beings. Vegetarianism, fasting for self-purification, and mutual tolerance between adherents of various creeds and sects. The education facilities of Porbandar were rudimentary. In the primary school that Mohammedans attended, the children wrote the alphabet in the dust with their fingers. Luckily for him, his father became Downs of Rajokht, another priestly state. Though Mohammedan occasionally won prizes and scholarship at the local schools, his record was on the whole mediocre. One of the terminal reporters related him as good at English, fair in arithmetic and weak in geography, conduct very good, bad handwriting. He was married at the age of 13 and thus lost a year at school. A diffident child, he is shown neither in the classroom nor on the playing field. He loved to go out on long salary work when he was not nursing his then ailing father who died soon thereafter, or helping his mother with her household chores. He had learned, in his words, to carry out the order of the elders, not to scan them. With such extreme passivity, it is not surprising that he should have gone through a phase of adolescent rebellion marked by secret atheism, petty thefts, furtive smoking, and most shocking of all, for the bone and Vaishnav family meeting. His adolescence was probably no stronger than that of most children of his age and class. What was extraordinary was why his youthful transgression indeed. Never again was his promise to himself after each escapade, and he kept his promise. Benezana and proceeding exterior, he concealed a burning passion for self-improvement that led him to take even the heroes of Hindu mythology, such as Prahlada and Harshinichitra, legendary embodiment of truthfulness and sacrifice as living models. In 1887, Mohandas scrubbed through the matriculation examination of the University of Bombay, now University of Mumbai, and joined Samaldas College in Bhavnagar as Harno's student switched from his native language of Gujarati to English. He found it rather difficult to follow the lectures. Meanwhile, his family was debating his future. Left to himself, he could have linked to have been a doctor. But besides the Vaishnava prejudice against vivisection, it was clear that if he was to keep up the family tradition of holding high office in one of the states in Gujarat, he could have to qualify as barrister. That means to visit to England, and Mohammedan who was not too happy Sandal's College jumped at the proposal. His youthful imagination conceived English as a land of philosophers and poets, the very center of civilization, that there were several under to cross before the visit to England could be realized. His father had left the family little property. Moreover, his mother was reluctant to expose her youngest child to unknown temptation and danger in distant land. But Mohammedan was determined to visit England. One of his brothers raised the necessary money, and his mother's doubts were annihilated when he took a vow that while away from home, he could not touch wine, women, or meat. Mohandas disgraded the last obstacle, the decree of the leader of the Muda Benia, Subasket Vishakas, to which the Grand Ballot who forbade his trip to England as violation of Hindu religion, and signed in September 1888. 10 days after his arrival, he joined the Inner Temple, one of four London Law College, the Templar. Sojourn in England and returned to India of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi took his studies seriously and tried to brush up on his English and Latin by taking the University of London a matriculation examination. But during the 3 years he spent in England, his main preoccupation was with personal and moral issues rather than with academic ambition. The transformation from the half-rural atmosphere of Rujet to contemplation life of London was not easy for him, as he struggled painfully to adapt himself to Western food, dress, and etiquette. He left awkward. His vegetarianism became continued a source of embarrassment to him. His friends warned him that it would work his studies as well as his health. Fortunately for him, he came across vegetarian restaurant as well as a book providing reasoned defense of vegetarianism, which henceforth became matter of conviction for him, not merely legacy of his Vaishnav background. The major result he developed for vegetarianism helped to drive the patriarchal youth out of his shop and gave him a new pose. He had become a member of the executive committee of the London Vegetable Society, attending its conference and contributing articles to its journal. In the Broadhouse and vegetarian restaurant of England, Gandhi met not only food faddists but some earnest men and women to whom he owed his introduction to the Bible and, more important, the Bhagavad Gita, which he read for the first time its English translation by Sir Edwin Arnold. The common known as Gita, a part of the great epic, the Mahabharata, and the form of a philosophical poem, and the most popular expression